How you doing out there, guys? This is Mr. Dark Phoenix here with weekly Wednesday vlogs. This week is going to be a sad one, unfortunately, because Monty Oum, the creator behind Red vs. Blue and the animator and all that for Dead Fantasy, he's passed away. And first of all, I didn't believe it at first, because you know how they always say people die, and I'm like, okay, like they said Morgan Freeman died, they said Ricky Martin died, whatever. But then when I thought about it, I was like, why would they make it something that random up about him? I feel like anyone else in the nerd community knows, but outside of it, people don't really know who he is. So I got it confirmed by a bunch of people on Facebook and Twitter. Like my friend tweeted it, Dark Hunter called me and told me. I found it on Max's Twitter and the Rooster Teeth Twitter, and my friend Kelly Mrs. Violence to put it on Facebook. And it's actually really, really sad, because he was one of the, I'm blessed that I was able to interview him. I'm gonna have that at the end of this video, but when I first started watching like Haloid, that was the first thing I watched of his. And then I got into Dead Fantasy when my friends and I watched it, and I was like, that one day I'm gonna meet him, I'm gonna talk with him, and all of this stuff. I even had ideas circulating in my head about a Dead Fantasy manga that I kind of started writing, and then Comic-Con 2013, I finally got to meet him, because I got to interview him about RWBY, and I said to him, would it be okay if I interviewed you about Dead Fantasy? He said, yeah. He was really humble and really nice and just an all-around great guy. I didn't get to talk to him like face-to-face that often, but from what I could, talk to him about, he was a great guy. We talked about Dead Fantasy. We went back and forth about stuff. He told me I really got it, and, I really got the basis of what everything was. And it's really sad because, I got to meet him, and he was one of the people that I dreamed about meeting, and I got to meet and interview him and bounce ideas off him. I even told him that I started writing a Dead Fantasy manga. He told me that he was really excited to see what I had, and he wanted to see it and all of that stuff. And I was going to make a vlog later on about how I met him, how I'm going to meet him again, and now that kind of stuff doesn't work now, unfortunately. And it's really sad because I had, a lot of other plans and ideas and, stuff to tell him. And, I still have my ideas floating around for the manga. I still might finish it, but I don't know what to do about that. But, I'm just really sad to see him go. But I'm really happy that I was able to accomplish one of my goals and meet someone that I looked up to and meet someone so great and loving with his work and creative. And he was a great animator, a great person, and just to have someone like that, to meet someone like that, and to, tell him that I loved his work and that I loved him as a person and all that stuff, and to have him, shake my hand and, we interviewed and we talked and all that, I will always keep that to heart, because that's the kind of stuff that, as an interviewer, as a content creator, that's the kind of stuff that I live for. And it's really sad to see him go. All my prayers go out to his friends and his family, and, I didn't have a plan for this video. I just wanted to make it to commemorate him and his life. Rest in peace, my good friend. I'm really, really sad to see you go, and we all are. And I'm just hoping that your family and your friends and everybody else is okay with this. And, all my love goes out to them and us, the fans, and all of that. And, it's just really sad to see you go. But, I'm gonna, I'm gonna keep on working on some stuff. If you want the link to the Dead Fantasy interview, will be right here. This one will be Dead Fantasy, and this one will be the RWBY interview that I did with him. I got to interview him about both of those things, and I know that sound might be a little too hard to hear, but you'll hear the basis of it, and I can't figure out how to make the sound better. So if anybody wants to help me with that, they can. But all in all, much love to him and his family and the fans. You're going to be missed, and I'm glad I was able to meet you, and I'm glad I was able to talk with you and, bounce ideas off of you. And that's something I'll never forget. And I'm really grateful that I met you. And always remember, guys, that life is too short. Life is way too short to deal about nothing. So, like always, remember that through good times and bad times, remember to geek out and enjoy your lives. Rest in peace, Monty. We love you, and you're in paradise now. And that's all we can say.